Today, the moon is in Capricorn, and so we are focusing on themes of self-trust, foundations, clarity about who we are. These are some really good Capricorn themes. And yesterday we had the first quarter moon at the very end of Sagittarius, right before the moon shifted into Capricorn. So I've been sharing about Sagittarius and that spirit of adventure that comes with Sagittarius, enjoying the journey. And those bigger picture ways of looking at things, remembering who we are. So when we get that experience of connecting with that Sagittarian big picture, making meaning, telling the story of what's important to us, then we shift into, or the moon goes into Capricorn, where we get to focus on, well, how do we build from that place? How do we create from there? How do we build foundations and structures and do our planning from that place of what gives our lives meaning? How cool is that? I'm Marina Ormes here with your Astro Vibe for Saturday, September 23rd. And with today's moon in Capricorn, we want to focus on how we are embodying self-trust. And I've got 3 ways to embody self-trust that I'm going to share with you today. So as we keep in our awareness, that bigger picture of meaning that we connected with earlier this week with the moon in Sagittarius, we're thinking about this deeper place of where do we come from in terms of our actions, our beliefs, our ways of doing things, our ways of being and showing up in the world. And when we think about that, we want to ideally be relying on a solid foundation of self-trust, right? Because that deeper place of truth and meaning that makes us who we are is going to be the best place where we're going to be the most effective in the world through being ourselves. So what does self-trust look like? What does it mean to trust ourselves? And how can we get in touch with those deeper places of self-trust and how to act from those places? So I have 3 ways to embody self-trust to share with you today. So number 1 way to embody self-trust is to take time and to ground and center, right? So seems really easy and obvious, but often we can forget if we're not thinking about it. So taking that extra moment to take a deep breath, to take a step back, to ask yourself, is this really who I am? Is this really where my center is? What's important to me? What do we need to get in touch with to come into, right? To remember where we stand. So take that extra moment to take the deep breath, to let go or shake off anything that is coming at you that you might be reacting to, any beliefs that aren't, coming from a place of your own highest good. Right? Even if they're coming from your own beliefs, it's like, hey, wait a minute, do I really want to believe that? Is that really what I want to use as my guiding principle? So checking in with yourself, like, am I grounded? Am I remembering who I am? Am I feeling into that and trusting that deeper place of who I am? And that deeper place of wisdom is going to be the best guidance for me. So your guidance comes from within, right? It comes from being your own person, being who you are. Simple and profound. Being who you are is your best way forward. All right, so number 1 of the 3 ways to embody self-trust is going to be to take that time to ground and center. And then number 2 is get clear about what you want. And so you might need to remind yourself, of what that bigger picture of meaning is, what it is you want to believe in, even if you don't always remember that is going to be your guiding principle, right? Like, is it Is it that what you want is for the people around you to be happy? Is it that what you want is justice? Is it that what you want is freedom, right? A feeling of freedom in your life, or a feeling of freedom for people in the world? What is it? What's important to you? What do you want? And really, the things that we want are coming from that deeper place of those bigger values, those bigger picture values, and what our hearts really want. So asking first, what do you want? And then number 3 of the 3 ways to embody self-trust is going to be to get clear about why you want that. So these are all kind of part of the same thing, right? So when you ground and center, you're going to ask yourself, hey, what is it that I want? Do I, am I in alignment with these things that I'm being told by the outside world I should want, or is that really what I want? Right. So sort of getting clear about what you want, what are the things that feel important to you. And then number 3 is get clear about why you want those, because when you're clear about why, then you're coming from that place of the bigger picture of meaning and truth. So why you want them is maybe these bigger picture ideals of freedom, justice, love, happiness, peace, balance, right? Pick your favorite word for today and ask yourself, why are these things that I want? What feels important about what I want? And how is the world asking you to get clear about what you want and why you want it? So we need to take that moment to ground and center, to get clear about what we want and why we want it. And then we can embody self-trust, because now we remember who we are and why we're here and why we're doing this, right? So as we move through this Capricorn moon stays in a sign for a couple of days, right? So the mood of the day is this Capricorn energy, which is rolling up our sleeves, getting to work, doing some planning, some strategic thinking, and focusing on structures, foundations, systems, getting organized. Those are, some very practical. Capricorn is practical. So that Capricorn moon is asking us that as we think about getting organized, creating systems, how are we doing that from this place of self-trust and trusting ourselves to know what we want, to know why we want that, and then to move forward from that place so that our planning, our systems, our ways of getting organized can be organized around the wisdom of who we are and what is true for us, right? Your deeper truth. So embodying that self-trust can only happen when we get in touch with who we are and what we want. So take that time to ground and center, get clear about what you want and why you want that, and then take your action steps to create a plan or get organized around something or focus on structures. So that's what I've got for you today with the moon in Capricorn. We are shifting in this bigger picture with the moon cycle that began with the new moon in Virgo, and is asking us to be humble, right? To take that step back and ask how we can be of service, how we can be helpful and useful. And so this deeper place of self-trust, of being guided by your own truth and your own guiding light, is important to remember. And it's not a way of being full of yourself. Rather, it's really a way of trusting yourself and your own natural knowing about what is going to be most useful, most helpful, and most of service. So putting that in that bigger picture context. And with yesterday's first quarter moon, the moon is still waxing. We are heading into about a week from now. We'll have that full moon in Aries with that opportunity to explore what it means to be bold and courageous. So stay with me. We'll follow the moon as it goes through its signs each day, and how we can fulfill the invitation of this Virgo moon cycle to explore how we can be helpful, useful, of service, and focusing on improvement. All right. Well, I'll see you tomorrow here every day with Astrology for Unshakable Self-Care. I'm Marina Ormes. You can learn more about me at astrologyheals.com. Thank you for subscribing. Thanks for watching and for sharing, liking, and commenting on these videos. I appreciate you and thank you for watching. All right. See you next time. Bye for now.